Hi, I'm Falen Taylor, and welcome to MBANow. Today's guest is Deb Dubois, the president of MBA Open Doors Foundation, who is here to discuss some new developments happening at the foundation. Welcome, Deb.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Of course. So to start, can you discuss the history of Open Doors?
Absolutely. I like to say that we are a small but mighty foundation. So we were created as the charitable arm of the Mortgage Bankers Association back in 2011. And we were designed to help families in states across the country who have a child, a medically complex child, in the hospital or in some sort of chronic care position. We were designed to help them with their housing payments, make sure that once they get their child through a medical crisis, there's a home to go to at the end of it. And so, as I said, small but mighty, but we have the support of thousands of people in the industry. And our housing home grant program has really become one of the most sought after support networks that the social workers we work with have to give to families who are in need.
So Deb, can you tell us the latest fundraising efforts happening at Open Doors?
Absolutely, I would love to. But let me start just by saying that none of the work that we do would be possible without 100% support from the Mortgage Bankers Association. And that's because the MBA pays 100% of the foundation's administrative costs, which means 100% of a donation from an individual or a corporation goes straight to a family in need. So that's a really, really important point to make before we talk about fundraising campaigns. And I would also be remiss if I didn't look back just a little bit and talk about the amazing success we had with our annual appeal, which happened in September. We raised a little bit more than $3.1 million from companies and individuals across the real estate finance industry. And that kind of fundraising really sets us up to do the work we need to do in fiscal year 25. But in terms of other fundraising campaigns that we have going on or that were recently completed, we work with affinity groups like Impact, like the CMBs. We work with the CCMS philanthropic community to raise funds on limited events and fundraising campaigns. And those are really, really critical, just as critical as the larger fundraising campaigns. So for example, we've got the Radian Opens Doors, Opens Hearts campaign that just launched this week. We've raised over $22,000 already. And the best part is that Radian is going to double match all of the funds that are raised. So they're hoping to get to $100,000 of small dollar fundraising, and then Radian will double match it. I shouldn't commit them to triple, but double match it. So we could be looking at a really healthy fundraising campaign.
So that sounds like a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to seeing the results of that. And so with that, can you discuss the impact that Open Doors has on the families it serves?
Absolutely. But I should probably say that even words alone are not going to be able to describe the impact. But I will say this. Every month we receive notes, calls, letters from families who have received either a mortgage grant or a rental assistance grant from the Open Doors Foundation. And those notes are infused with emotion and gratefulness for just something like a $1,500 or a $2,000 grant to help them get from the 30th of the month to the 1st of the month. And I have to tell you, when a family receives a mortgage or a rental grant, there's a sigh of relief. There's relief in knowing that when their medical crisis ends, they're going to have a home to go to. And by and large, families who have secure homes, who know that the home will be there when they're in a moment of crisis or an extended period of crisis, children recover better. They recover faster. Families remain whole. And it's a benefit not just to the child who's in the hospital or the family that's supporting the child, but it's a benefit to the communities. And quite frankly, I think it's a great benefit to the mortgage industry, to the real estate finance industry writ large, because we're helping the families that they helped to put in homes. We're helping to secure those homes. So the impact is undeniable. And I'll just give you two examples. So in 2018 and 2019, we helped a family, the Rolone family, in Boston. Now, Carlos Rolone was a 5-year-old waiting for a heart transplant. He spent nearly an entire year in the hospital. And his mom, Sheena, slept on a cot at the end of his hospital room. So being able to provide a rental grant to that family was huge because it allowed her to take a little bit fewer shifts so that she could be with Carlos. We were helping her to make sure that her home was secure for the 2 children she had at home so that she could spend time with Carlos. And then the other example I'll give you is the Redland family. Now this one will really bring a tear to your eye. This was a very, very young family, and I should say 60% of our families have a child under the age of 5 in treatment. And 60% of our families also make less than $60,000 a year. So there's just not a lot of leftover money. So we received a note from the Redland family, whose baby George, newborn baby George, spent 10 weeks in the hospital. 10 weeks in the hospital after he was born. And the note that we got said that the Redland family, they were so excited when they received notification that they'd receive a grant from us, that they put the letter that they received into George's baby book so that George would know the kindness of strangers that helped his family when they were in need. So it's things like that it's just the impact is almost hard to qualify. It's hard to imagine a family that receives a mortgage or a rental grant knowing that it helps to secure their home, knowing that it contributes to the health of their family, and knowing that it's better for the community when we all help each other.
Mm-hmm. And I think you hit it right on the head where it's so important about the power of collaboration, and those stories are super inspiring. So Deb, to close us out, MBA's annual convention is coming up right around the corner in Denver the last week of October. Can you discuss some of the upcoming events that the foundation will be participating in?
Absolutely. And I should say the annual convention is the biggest opportunity that we have to showcase what it is we do, to talk about the home grant program, and to share the impact that we've seen with families and social workers across the country. So it's an opportunity for us to be able to talk with our donors, to meet them face to face. So the first thing I'll say is everyone is invited to the Opens Doors reception on Monday night. We'll be giving out 2 awards. One is the Founders Award, the MBA Open Doors Foundation Founders Award, and the other one is a newly renamed award in honor of the late David H. Stevens. That award is called the David H. Stevens Spirit Award. So 2 of those awards are going to be given out Monday night at our reception. Again, would love to have everybody there, mingle with donors, mingle with new donors, potential donors, say hi to some of the icons and the industry leaders. Really would be a wonderful time. And then on Tuesday morning, we'll be giving out our Community Champion Award at the general session. So that's also exciting. And then I should mention, one of the newest events that we have is called Puppy Playtime. And that is going to be held at the Opens Doors booth in the Hub. And so I would encourage everybody to come. It's going to be Monday afternoon from 3:30 to 5. You'll learn a little bit about the foundation, but more importantly, maybe you're going to be giving hugs to puppies. So I think it'll be a great event. And other than that, we're just going to be around. We're going to be talking with people. I'm always available, so please reach out to me, learn a little bit more about the good work that we do and about the good donors in the real estate finance industry. It's an important time for us.
So I am definitely looking forward to the Puppy Playtime at Annual. And Deb, I just want to say thank you again for stopping by to discuss the latest developments with Open Doors Foundation.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
And to register for our annual convention, please go to MBA.org/annual.